So are you saying the work that you then started to do about yourself through this work with John, Family Constellations, almost was like having a rear view mirror about what actually happened to you in the womb? Is that what we're saying?
I didn't set it up for having a look at me. We actually set it up because other people wanted to know it. And so we looked at where did their traumas start.
Right.
Understanding from my background of trauma, it was obviously where did the original trauma for the child start in the womb.
Right. And in your specific case, that's not an area that we're going to explore right now, but just in general, that this is basically the work, is to have that look back into what happened in the system,
Yes.
the broader system. Right.
Yes. It is, for me, it's given me an understanding of that the system is, from conception, we are part of both systems. So we are consciously, subconsciously, superconsciously connected to both systems. So we can't change that. And in that comes an acknowledgement that life comes through source, from source, through the system into this baby that then grows in the womb and eventually is born, as in my case. But there was a struggle, because if we look at the father's struggle, the father is in a different place of his life. He has different goals and dreams, and now he's confronted with the idea of there is a child that you are now going to be responsible for. And having done the work, for me, is a case of what is it that I need to honor in my father to honor my life? Because there is a concept in the family constellation, is that life is given and life is taken. On some level, there is a being in me that acknowledged and accepted the life that was given. Let's call it source, let's call it soul, whatever we want to call it. That soul agreed to taking that life from these two people that had an interaction with one another.
Yeah.
So understanding that this man, although he had an idea that he wanted me aborted, was in his own conflict, was in his own family system, was in his own religious system, was in a system where, in his mind, at that point, he could not agree to take responsibility for this child. Then the woman, my mother, decided she would not agree to the abortion because that was within her belief system, in where she grew up and what she believed in. She just did not feel right to going through with the abortion, because for her it was murder, and she could not bring it over herself to murder a life that was growing inside of her. So can we see the consequences of the difficulties in both these parents in terms of what they were experiencing at that time? So they both had difficult decisions to make. My mother's decision was, yes, I will agree to bring this child into life, but she wanted me to be adopted. So there's another rejection that now
Yes.
comes to the child. So in the womb, the child has abandonment, rejection, not being wanted, and not actually what's the purpose of coming into this life.
Mm.